soul. We'll build this network, Scots and soul. Build this network on Scots with soul. Yo, folks, and what's happening? What's happening, and welcome back to the Scots with Soul podcast. That's the one. SMviper is with me this week. It's just the two of us, Viper. Just the two of us.
Fort Chronicles featuring alopecia. No, I'm kidding.
Don't you start. Don't you fuck start. I definitely changed it. Do you know, we started it and the title didn't change, so I took the stream back down and brought it straight back up with the new title. But see, when I went in to change the title there, went back in and the fucking cheek of Twitch, man. The wee going live notification was what I changed it to. The game section was what I changed it to. Do you know what I mean? The gaming news, IRL, that was all there. I just changed that tonight. But no, did the title change? Did it? Fuck. Cunt. But aye, how are you doing, Viper? How are you this week, son?
Well, my vape coil just burnt. I just filled the tank up, so...
But would you mean it just burnt? Like it's broken?
Kinda. The way vape coils work are they've got cotton inside, and when you change basically it's after a while the cotton just burns. That's it. Just fucks, and you have to change the coil.
Why is there cotton inside it? But is that like
to absorb the juice? So basically, there's you've got a coil. Right? Do you know how, if you put a wire through an electrical current, it heats up?
Sorry, I use cotton to absorb my juice as well. It's alright, don't worry. I understand.
Yeah, but you put cotton around the coil, and when you put your vape juice in, the cotton absorbs it, and then you put heat through it, and it vaporizes it.
It's like a Zippo lighter, kinda.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to make sure.
But what do you want to talk about first this week? I think we should go Warhammer and Marvel teaming up.
Yes.
I think that's a good one to start with.
So not going to vape tonight.
Have you seen anything about the Warhammer and Marvel stuff? Have you read anything about it?
Yeah. I've been it's quite cool because Games Workshop.
What I done 40 comics.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it seems to be that over time. Games Workshop have realised there's other companies that can help them grow, and they started doing deals with people like Funko. I heard a rumour that there's a Netflix TV series coming out, which I'm going to be buzzing for. And now they finally went,
the Netflix TV series is going to follow Eisenhorn, if I'm not wrong.
Eisenhorn, yeah. I'm looking forward to that because I'm a big fan of Eisenhorn. But why am I so to the side?
I don't know. I'm just sorting that right now, right? Because here's
on the screen name.
Here's the one for this week. Because I was using a different cutout of you for this week. There we go. Boom. Because last week was a 3-man podcast and this week is a 2-man podcast. Because I look if we switch to my screen as well, look, we'll go back to the main screen. Right. I'll pick up my camera, copy my cam, and I'll be all set. Hey, I want you to say this way. Remove that. But the TV series is meant to be on. It's what? Sorry.
The TV series is on TV, media terms, right? Having someone slightly off to the side is actually what you're supposed to do. It makes the scene look more interesting.
But we've got nothing to put here. Unless you want to put Kelly's face, do you know what I mean? But I mean, you can always put Kelly's face. There's always space for Kelly's face. Is that what I was looking to say? Where is Kelly's face?
Where is Kelly's face? We'll find Kelly's face. But yeah, Eisenhorn is pretty cool, right? Because he was it was kind of obvious that we're going to choose Eisenhorn because of he's the one that dealt with most of the alien races and the demons. And let's be real, that's what Netflix were going to go. We didn't want the Horus Heresy. We didn't want, humans fighting humans. We want humans fighting monsters because that's what people watch. So it is really cool. It was kind of obvious we're going to choose Eisenhorn, but there's walls of a library just that you could choose from Eisenhorn, and taking it to comic form is a really good idea because the problem with me is that I'm not the biggest fan of just sitting there and reading a book. I don't know, but I can read comic books.
Mm.
Don't know why. I can read comic books.
I mean,
but I
I'm
can
pretty new to the whole 40k, right? The past couple of
the
years,
lore is insane.
the lore's insane. I don't play the game. I'm not really into the figurines and stuff, but see the lore and shit, I love it. I love the stories, the different people, and just the amount of background knowledge that goes into it.
Put it this way, I don't read books, right? But this is one of my prized possessions, right?
I don't
It's a
read books,
copy
but
of-
here's a book that I've read.
Well, I haven't actually read it yet because I've just been on my shelf. But copy of The Last Hunt: White Scars versus Tyranids, written by Robbie McNiven.
The White Skulls, that their Primarch is Jagatai, isn't it?
Signed by Robbie McNiven.
Aye. Am I right though? Their Primarch's Jagatai Khan, innit?
think-
The big samurai dude?
Yeah.
Well, like
basically-
samurai bikers or some shit, that legion, isn't it, man?
Basically, imagine if you took the. Did you ever play Saints Row 2?
Yes, I played Saints Row 2. I've played all the Saints
If you-
Rows, man.
If you
Fucking
took
games are
the
brilliant.
Ronin, right, and put them in power armor, Asian motorbikes.
Aye, the White Skulls are a cool legion. They're
I tried to
proper
paint
cool
them,
legion.
just a bitch to paint.
I mean, probably my favourite legion has got to be the Alpha Legion because of the two Primarchs, Alpha and Omegon, Alpharius and Omegon or something, I think it is. But they two, they're smaller than the average Primarchs. They're about the same height as the Astartes, and they take the piss and they hide in amongst their fucking their own. Oh man, like I really like those two.
I like that, but I think my favourite. I really like the Black Templars.
That's a chapter, not a legion. But
Oh, you mean a
ain't it?
Legion?
Aye, I mean,
but anyway.
I don't really like the new chat. I like the lore where it was the big massive fucking legions. Do you know what I mean? Like the chapters. What is it? 1,000 people. But what's his name?
They followed the Roman thing, so it's near enough the same as the Romans.
Aye, for the chapters, but legions had fucking thousands and thousands and thousands, like 20 odd thousands and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Do you know? But a chapter's more like a cohort. Cohorts were like the blocks that made up the Roman legions. But aye, that like this obviously the space legions. Do you know what I mean? Like it's took after the Romans, and even the word Astarte. Did you know that the Roman front line troops? There was three different ranks of Roman troop. There was the new troops, the guys that were thrown into battle first, were called the Hastati, with an H at the start, and they were like the young ones. Then you had the Principi, which were like your guys between 25 to 30. They'd served a wee bit, and then you had the Triarii, and they were your old veteran troops that were your third line. And basically what the Triarii done was, like, there was an old Roman saying, it's came to the Triarii, like, holy shit, the Triarii is actually fighting. But the main thing they done in like Roman legions was make sure the guys in the front, if they went to retreat, they were like that, we'll fucking kill you, get back in there. But aye, like Astarte is the old Roman word for Hastati, which was the first level in joining the Roman legions, which is quite cool.
Yeah, like anyway, I either like the Black Templars, or it's weird. I don't like play game wise. I find the Grey Knights to be a bit boring, but see the lore behind the Grey Knights.
Well, the lore behind the Grey Knights is cool. They're like they're almost like a super legion, aren't they? Do you know what I mean?
Officially, they don't exist. That's the thing, because the Emperor's always like, oh, it's heresy to do, to use go and use psychic powers and everything, right? But Grey Knights, I kind of need a legion to do it. So can you just take this Inquisitor? There you go, take him.
Aye, they're like completely specialised in fighting against warp entities and stuff like that, ain't they?
But the fight I found out is that the way you become a Grey Knight is you don't actually become a Grey Knight until they go, welcome to the Grey Knights. But one of the things they do is that they dump you on one of the Mechanicus planets. And it's one of the ones that it's closest to Earth, and they make you walk through the desert. And this desert is like so physically and mentally demanding that most people literally just die of like shock and fear. And what they do is that take you there to rip you apart and like basically remake you. And then when you get to the end of the walk, they go, okay, we're taking you back now. Instead, they take you right back to the start and make you do it again.
Like the Atlas trials, isn't it, in Greek mythology? He keeps having to roll the stone up the hill. What did they do that for? Is they see that you'll keep trying and keep trying and keep trying? Is that what it is?
Because of the psychic powers and everything. Basically, like, they don't
see
want
that
any
you
of the
won't
Grey Knights.
break.
Yeah, they don't want any of the Grey Knights fall into chaos, obviously. So.
Aye, because you've got a lot of different Chaos Marines, like the big Chaos Marine we fucking seen at Insomnia this year. That was so cool, wasn't it, man?
No. But yeah,
he was even a
I
starty
think,
size. The cunt was fucking huge. He was fit.
Just in terms of lore, going into comic books will make it a shit ton more accessible. But like, also, and this is
my
what I'm
question
thinking,
to you as a Warhammer fan would be, where would you, like, dropped in a comic, page 1, where would you like to be?
Horus Heresy, absolutely.
See, I think they'll go Horus Heresy. It's so easy to do. It's so popular. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so like, it's going to be really good when they put that in comic form. Do you know what I mean? There's so many different interchangeable characters and stuff. But whereabouts in the Horus Heresy would you do the sort of
right at the fucking beginning?
But see, they won't just do it right at the beginning. The big modern storytelling is you get dropped in the middle somewhere. You get dropped in the action. And then when the action kind of dies down, you go, what the fuck happened there? And they tell you a bit about what happened, and that's the middle of the middle part.
In that
of the
case,
story.
they'll probably do it just as it was, just as Horus.
Just as he turns to chaos.
I see. It'll be him storming an army, and then it'll be like, you know, hi, I'm Horus. You're probably wondering how I got here.
But then, are they gonna? If they start at the Horus Heresy, then it's Marvel we're talking about here. So they're probably going to end at the Horus Heresy, because the Horus Heresy ends with the Emperor having a fucking man-on-man fucking fight with Horus. Do you know what I mean? Like, how long did it take to see Thanos get killed?
21 films.
Think like that. Do you know what I mean? Because they've just finished their big, massive, overlapping universal story with all the different shit in it, and they're like, we want to do that again. Okay, I better start from the start, but I just get Warhammer involved. That's what I think's happened there.
Could you imagine if, like, all of a sudden, you know, you've got 20,000 spacemen storming Spider-Man?
Fucking Iron Man shows up. Just pops at the warp, man. He's fucking, like, what god do you think Tony Stark would would fall to in the Warhammer universe? Probably Slanesh.
Probably put that thing in his chest just to get himself off, like. Just like, it's kind of cool because, you know, Doctor Strange would definitely have run-ins with Zinj, like.
Aye. Zinj's trickery and shit like that, ain't he?
Zinj is basically all-knowing.
Aye, like, they could really intermingle those universes, but please don't. Because you know, just fucking Captain Marvel. What's her name? She's just got to come in and wave her big multi-powered penis everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was talking multi-gender, like, fucking. Do you know what I mean? Equal rights penis all over the shop. Do you know what I mean? Like,
every slap it goes yellow, red, blue.
Like, see when fucking she showed up in that last movie, man, and just kind of like pushed the cunt out the solar system.
Aye, like, bye. I'm not gonna lie, I really fucking hate Captain Marvel.
I hate Captain Marvel as well, man. It's like, it's one step too far. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm all for women's empowerment and their equal rights.
Oh no,
and all that,
it's,
right? But see when we're getting,
that's not what I care about.
See when men are getting trampled on in the movies all the time by some skinny chick in fucking latex, man. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. Like,
men are people too. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I don't care about the whole, like, you know, cast whoever the fuck you want. What I don't like is really bad writing. Because a bit, like, thing is, Brie Larson's a good actress. We've seen Scott Pilgrim.
There's a golden rule outside Doctor Who. if it involves time travel, you're fucked up. Do you know what I mean? Because Doctor Who's pretty much the only good one that's done it. Do you know what I mean? Like, Destiny recently introduced a new time travelling fucking storyline, right? Where imagine these Vex or robots that can go anywhere in time. These big portals that they construct, and they can come into your timeline and all this, right? And there's one of them, they call the Undying Mind. If you go and kill it in a certain timeline, it'll be in another timeline. It just can't be killed, right? And in Destiny, one of the vanguards, Ikora, is talking about how she wants to build a Vex portal that she can go anywhere she wants in time to destroy the Vex, right? But that Vex can go anywhere it wants in time and destroy the biggest threat. Ikora's just gave it a singular threat in a singular place in time to attack to stop all future threats. Do you know what I mean? Oh, Bungie, whoops. Do you know what I mean? Or maybe it's not a whoops, maybe it's a, oh, mind that Vex portal we built. Aye. Well, the Vex are going to spill through it in the next DLC. But do you see my point, but didn't you? As soon as you start involving time travel, you're pretty fucked. Do you know what I mean? There's time travel in Warhammer, but the time travel in Warhammer is people travelling forward in time. They'll go, it's like it's time travel that we can scientifically, I'm hesitant to use the word prove, but theoretically prove right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, the theory that you could go in a black hole and you go close to light speed and you do that for fucking 10 years and you come back to Earth, but 100 years has passed on Earth. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of like the warp. Somebody goes into the warp in 40k and do you know what I mean? It feels like a year's passed for them and they pop out the other end and the universe has been on 2,000 years. That's time travel that we can feasibly explain theoretically. Also, okay, Doctor, that's always
the way they've been talking about time travel in that way, you know, Earth is here, you go to the black hole, you go around it for a year, you come back and it's fucking 1,000 years later. Yes, it's time travel.
Oh, just for Doctor Darkside. Or you sit staring at the black hole in Fortnite for 20 years and you pop back up and you're 40.
No, I actually watched that stream for a little bit, right? And do you know what happened? Turned into a fucking arcade game. Just had burgers falling from the sky and a piece of pizza was shooting out of the sky. Like, what? Did we all just wait for that?
The Fortnite are just doing daft things to get people logged into the game. Oh, there's a new thing in Fortnite. Oh, we found it. Want a few games? Aye, I'll have a few games.
You know what the thing is, right? I'd actually happily.
They're fucking genius. They're fucking. That's what makes a diabolical genius diabolical. The fact that they're a fucking genius. Do you know what I mean? It's like, don't use your genius.
Yeah, it is a case of like, stop being smart. Aye, but I've made loads of money and I've done nothing wrong. Aye, but fuck off.
Fucking technically done nothing wrong. Technically is the right kind of correct. Fucking technically want to punch you right now. Technically.
I've said this to everybody, right? For a free game, they haven't half merchandised that shit.
I know. Like,
they knew that's where the money was going to come from, and you're just like, fuck off.
Elemental Jester says, you see the code that folks are doing their head in trying to crack. I fucking cracked it myself about 40
Isn't it the
minutes
Konami
ago.
code? Isn't
I don't know.
Just a BA start?
I don't know. I don't play Fortnite.
The thing is, like I said, I'd totally play Fortnite if it wasn't just building thing. And it seems to be the only way you can win these teams, that you run forward and you build up as fast as you can.
I know, and cunts can do it mega quick on their mouse, can't they? They've got the macros set, like I've got wee buttons on the side of my mouse and shit like that too. I've got buttons up here on my my mouse. Fair enough, it's not as much buttons as a lot of people have got, but you know what I mean? You could heavy everything macro and just be like, building chat, yes. Do you know what I mean? It could be pure easy, man. And that's what a lot of the high level players do.
I think this might be a number crack. 11 numbers of seasons after the 10 seasons, so the next would be the 11th. 146 number of objects in a combat pass. Number of cities in Fortnite, 62. Number of days per season. Can someone do that? Hold on. Alexa, what's 11 minus 146 minus 15 minus 62?
Minus 146
I don't know, is it no coordinates?
Minus 62 is minus 212. By the way, I'm not sure we've met. You can introduce yourself to start personalizing your Alexa experience. Would you like to try it?
We're on the podcast. Yes. Why not?
That's Vanessa's Alexa, alright. I'm not sure we've met. Oh, it's because I kidnapped you. Don't tell anybody, and don't record this for future AIs, okay?
I wonder, hold on. Alexa, change your voice to Terry Crews.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Terry Crews is like is it no cost money for that?
Could you totally imagine if it went, sorry, Terry don't know that.
Hey, Vanessa says you have to stop fondling her Alexa.
Hold on.
Alexa was born evil, mate. She's just in everybody's house recording data for a future AI to take over their satellites and to send them into our cities at the speed of sound. That's what Alexa's for. Tinfoil hats. Right, so are we talking more about Warhammer? Anybody want to take up the Warhammer in chat? No?
Wait, hold on. She's going to get headphones. Alexa, play death metal.
Sure. The station, Death Metal, on Amazon Music.
Alexa, stop.
Oh man, I remember when the Alexas first came out, man, and fucking we're sitting at my uncle's, man, and he'd got one for his Christmas, and like everybody leaves the room, and I'm like, Alexa, set an alarm for 4 a.m. Set to mega loud. Oh man, like see if Alexa's really are recording data for AI, man, we are screwed. We are screwed.
Yeah, let's go on to AI. Google Stadia is apparently going to make their use. Was it artificial learning to predict
machine learning?
Machine learning to predict your button choices. I'm like, why don't you just play the game for me?
I know, that's kind of what I was thinking as well. Right, let's read into this a wee bit. Google thinks Stadia will have less lag than your PC in 2 years, thanks to what it calls negative latency, or the ability to predict your button presses. In an interview with Edge magazine, Google's VP of Engineering, Major Bakar, claims Google Stadia will be superior to gaming on desktops and other local hardware in a year or two. With the tech it's been developing in modelling and machine learning, Bakar says that Stadia will make these games feel more responsive in the cloud and make them run faster than they do locally, regardless of how powerful the local machine is. He says this can be done through something called negative latency. Now, there isn't actually such a thing as negative latency, but Bakar is talking about creating a buffer of predicted latency in which Stadia can mitigate the lag the player is seeing on their end over the cloud network. This can be done in a few ways, like rapidly increasing FPS to reduce latency between the player input and what's displayed on screen. But Bakar says mitigating latency will mostly come from Stadia's ability to predict your button presses. That's right, Google wants to use machine learning to play the game for you. In a sense, it's the next stage of aim assist, maybe button press assist. And in good theory, it seems like it would reduce lag, but would it be any good?
There's only one like context I can see this being useful, and it's in with the special effects stuff, like the rigs they use, because you can't really. Well, you can some rigs you can get the same amount of movement and quickness, but for other ones maybe not.
I don't think predicting button presses is a good idea for anybody. Like see like if I says to you, you play on Google Stadia for 25 hours, or because it'll take Google a while to really figure out your play style. Do you know what I mean? But say you put 100 hours into Google Stadia and it knows how you play a game. After 100 hours, Google's playing the game for you. You will actively seek to play that somewhere else. I know I would. Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you mean it's playing it for me? It knows at a certain point, do you know what I mean? It's going to make a decision. Like, human beings aren't always predictable as the machine is. The machine is going to be, like, he does that 100% of the time. Do you know what I mean? Use your past data. But human beings do things they've never done before. Like, need a piss. Like, hit pause at a certain stage because your mum phoned you. And that maybe jump down a hole or do something you don't want it to do. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, there's going to be buttons where I press the fucking wrong button. Like, see, like, sometimes in games, like, if you feel like you pressed the right you pressed the right button and the game's done something wrong and you swear you hit the right button. Do you know what I mean? That's actually going to be a legitimate argument. Do you know what I mean? Up until this point, it was no, you must have hit the wrong button.
They're going to have to turn it off for competitive play. Like, they will have to turn it off for competitive play.
But I don't want to play a game when I think it's predicting what I'm going to do. Do you know what I mean?
It makes some games really boring.
I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of it. I'll really be a bit more, right? The way some other cloud streaming services currently reduce lag, like Nvidia's GeForce Now, is by reducing the game's resolution and dropping the FPS to lower than 60. If needed, this automatic settings change can be more or less seamless, depending on the game you're playing and your internet connection, but Google seems to be taking an experimental route. But if Stadia can predict what buttons the player is going to press, how accurate is that? If I'm playing with a branching narrative game like Life is Strange or Until Dawn, how will I know what choices I'm going to make? Will it accurately predict fighting combos? How would it work with FPSs? According to one game developer, Google wants to use something akin to branch prediction, which is a well-researched and common technique in CPU design. Branch prediction is great for speeding up things, but the issue, he says, is when the system guesses wrong. There's a long penalty for predicting wrong, and in the case of Stadia, this would translate into players desyncing or rubber banding in the game, which would be really frustrating experience, not to mention there is no indication if this prediction method would work the same across all internet connection speeds, nor if Google will charge extra for this. Right now you can access the 4K resolution. Alright, okay, let's get into resolution and shit, but if that's always a problem, do you know what I mean? Like, my point, human beings are not 100% predictable. We never ever will be. Do you know what I mean? Like, as human beings are 100% predictable if you predict that a human being's going to eat today. Do you know what I mean? Like, I predict that a human being will eat his dinner at some time between 4 and 6. Now that's a good guess. You guys see
some magic?
Do you know what I mean?
Ready? This is some proper illusionary prediction magic, right? In 10 seconds, COD8MYdog will breathe.
This is my holding my breath face.
I'll predict you're a murderer and phone the police to arrest you. Didn't we talk about this like ages ago? I mean, like episode 30.
But the dark side was going to predict that you're a murderer and phone the police on you.
No, it was like a software to like try and predict people who might commit crimes.
Sure. Kelly was on screen. If you're looking at everything. But I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, they're just because they're trying to compete with consoles, and like, do you know what I mean? Like, you've got a bad connection. It's all right. We'll press your buttons on this end for you, and it's just basically a stream you're watching. I know, man. That's my thinking face.
No, I was trying to join you.
It's my thinking face.
There you go.
But how do you guys in the chat feel about the game predicting itself and playing it for you? I don't like it. I don't like it one fucking bit. But like I say, they're trying to compete with the consoles, and PS5's just been announced. Do you know what I mean? So that's coming out at the same time. And you put a good point up when we were talking earlier as well. Like, PS5's getting announced, be it is coming out holiday 2020, whether that means Christmas next year, probably.
Imagine if it means like February.
Means like Valentine's Day, like, haha, holiday, surprise.
It's like, what's that? What's that? People, you wanted your significant other to pay attention to you this holiday? No, they're going to pay attention to us.
But I like the point you brought up earlier was like the massive PS Now push that's happened recently. You've got all that stuff. You can play your PlayStation games now on your PC and stuff like that. PlayStation
Play your
Now
Xbox games on your PC.
Aye, PlayStation Now, even on the PlayStation for PlayStation 3 games, works well. Do you know what I mean? It played really well when I played it for my 2-week trial and then cancelled it. But aye, like, they're competing with all that stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Think I
so they're
played
trying to get an edge.
One game on the PlayStation Now, and it was when I played The Last of Us.
Oh, did you play The Last of Us? I played Sid Meier's Civilization 4 Revolutions. Or I can't remember the exact title, but that's what I played. I was like, holy shit, there's a Civil in that. I'm going to die the 2-week trial and play a few games.
That's when I first played The Last of Us. And I think I played God of War 3 Remastered.
God of War 3 is fantastic, man. I've got my remastered copy sitting just over there, man. It's never far away.
I just love at the very start you fight a fucking, like, Hydra.
Well, as Dr. Darkseid brings a point up there, might as well just let the gameplay itself. Like, if that's your thing, but I don't know. I like to actually play the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know about you guys, but I like to actually play the game.
Well, put it this way, if you let machines play, you'll never get the like amazing tactics of people waiting at their spawn for 10 minutes and then everybody leaving in one direction and the rest of them going, the fuck are they all? And then they're all dead. Because
Tell you what, right? See, instead of getting Google Stadia, I'll bring my PlayStation round to your house, Dr. Darkseid, right? With all my games, and I'll sit and watch you play it, right? For like 20 hours, and then after that 20 hours, I'll sit and play it, and you can watch and pretend you're playing it. Let's see how quick you get bored, right? Experimentation. How quick do you think he would be bored? He'd be well bored, wouldn't he? He'd be like that.
He'd be bored in like
you
the
don't
first
know
5
what I'm
minutes.
doing. I wouldn't have done that. What are you talking about?
Actually, no. Do you know what it reminds me of? Do you know when like you see like people like the older siblings playing the game, and then the 5-year-old comes in and goes, "Mum says you to let me play." All right, cool. Have a controller that's not plugged in.
Done that hundreds of times, man. Done that hundreds of times. Slip them the controller that's fucking or give them the one that's working. Let them actually play for 2 minutes and then go, oh, let me see that. Yeah, and give them like swap it with a good one, and you're running a bit and they're still thinking they're playing. Man, I used to do that to my wee brothers all the fucking time. If you hit them with a dummy controller, or like hit them when you were playing Sonic and Tails, man. See when Tails first came out, Sonic, you could play as Tails, right? But Sonic could run miles away from Tails. And like there was only certain parts of the game where Tails was needed, and it wasn't very frequent. Do you know what I mean? So the way you'd play the game was we just run to the end of the fucking level, or the part where you needed Tails, and you'd just sit there, and your brother's sitting there like holding right on the controller, going, "I'm coming. Don't know where I'm at, but I'm coming." He'd just appear at top of the screen, flying along with Tails, man. You're up, right?
I've realised something, by the way. Catch IndiScots right after this ad break.
Oh, right.
Did you accidentally run an ad break?
No, I did not.
Oh well, I'll tell you when it's over.
Yup, it's back.
Hold
Thank
on.
you, Waltz. We're back apparently on Waltz's screen. I did run that ad, but one thing I actually want to talk about the ads tonight, because it literally it just came up on the Twitch thing before we went live. Aye, so seeing as how that was an ad playing on the stream there. At TwitchCon San Diego, we announced a series of new products and changes to make advertising on Twitch more engaging, less intrusive, and more inclusive for viewers and streamers. So on this page, ad revenue share for affiliates, disabling pre-roll ads on your channel, picture by picture. The first changes we are releasing: sharing video ads revenue with affiliates and removing video ads from non-affiliates and non-partner channels, so that every video ad viewers see on Twitch supports the channel.
Very good.
I suppose that's quite good. Introducing picture by picture viewing for ad breaks, on all gaming categories, so less viewers don't miss any
He's very
reaction.
happy with that.
Enabling all partners and affiliates to disable pre-roll ads by running regular ad breaks. I don't know.
Wait, what?
I've not
Hold
actually looked at it yet. So, do you have to? Does it disable? Do you have to? I don't know. Has somebody been in about them, done it? I don't know, because there's a few people get access to the IndiScots account. It's Kelly sitting like, yes, run ad break in the middle of the podcast. Normalising the loudness to ads to match loudness of the stream. Oh, that's fucking brilliant. Stopping ads on raids. Dying.
Oh, when you're raiding, an ad
dying.
pops.
Aye.
Do you know, like, thing is, they've clearly realised that if they're actually friendlier to affiliates and partners, that will come back and will use them. Like, put it this way, like, when we're doing the Lions table, right, there is a moment during the Lions table where we go away and have a 5-minute break. That's where we go pee, get more snacks, you know. And see if we by chance in the future hit affiliate.
Kelly's always on holiday. It's definitely no him. Sleeps on point, man. Sorry, Viper.
No, but if if we get to affiliate, it'd be cool if I can go, cool, you know, we've got to take a quick 5-minute break. In this time, we're going to run a couple of ads. Please do stick around and watch a couple of them. You know, help out the channel. It also means that the people who can't afford to subscribe are still helping out the channel by sitting there for a minute and watching ads.
Basically, see if I ever run an ad on COD8MYdog, right? It's or even on IndiScots, whatever channel I'm streaming on, right? Here is my pledge to you. You will not miss a fucking thing. I will be in the toilet doing a shit, right? It's
do you know what I mean? That's really what this tool's used for.
If people complain to me that I've ran an ad during the break, I will be just like, listen, mate, it's either the ad or the hype train. Watch the fucking ad. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Vanessa just said, right? How many times have, like, put it this way, movies, for example, right? How many times have you sat there and watched a film and you're sitting there like, I really need to fucking pee. Can you, like, pause for 5 minutes so I can go piss and no miss anything? And then it doesn't, you're like, you know, you're fucking, like, off.
You just throw your headphones away.
Like, and like I said, like, with stuff like, you know, the Lions table and stuff, you know, we could go, cool, we're back in 5 minutes, put on the Lions table, we'll be back soon thing, run a couple of ads. You know, I understand, you know, we'll make a little bit of revenue for it. We'll probably get like a penny.
Yes. But pennies. Give me the pennies.
You know there'll be people on channels that just run ads.
No. What is their channel going to be? Hi, I run ads on my channel. Ad break.
Should I do that? Should I totally make a channel called the Ad Channel? And basically go for a minute. Hello, this is the Ad Channel. This is where you can watch all the adverts. Goodbye. Run ad.
That is diabolical, but also quite genius. I don't know if there's a viewer base for it or no.
There will be. It'll become a meme.
I don't know. Like, just make spoof versions of the ads. Do you know what I mean? See all the current ads that are playing on Twitch, just make shitty wee daft sketches in them yourself, make them extra funny or something, call yourself the ad
Well,
channel.
that's what, like, you know, we're thinking about if in the future we're doing with this
ad
network,
break.
IndiScots,
Or you do your sketch or the advert and then the sketch straight after it, do you know what I mean? You just run it on repeat for fucking ages. Call it ADHD. People will think it's for mental health, but it's actually HD ads. ADHD. Oh, that's diabolically good. Yes.
Is
Keep
this
the
hold
ads
on.
channel as a side hustle and have it running mute all day. Just have the ads channel just running mute all day. And when it goes back onto your channel, just have that fucking screen that used to be on the telly past, like, I don't know if you remember when the tellies used to stop broadcasting Viper, and you were met with this fucking screen that had the wee woman and the wee fucking clown painting a fucking painting.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Oh man, that was such a fucking freaky thing, man. That used to play.
Well, used to play the tone?
I used to play the tone. That so as you know to turn your telly off. Do you know what I mean? You'd fall asleep watching something, and then
Do you know what that tone's actually used for?
Fucking like the Germans are trying to gas us. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a horrible sound. It's a horrible sound.
The whole point of that tone, right, is like, say, I'm learning this because I'm obviously getting trained to go work in the business. But the whole point of the tone is, like, say for example, I went to work for the BBC. Again, they'll go, cool. At the start of your program, we want you to run a 10-second tone at 1,000 kilohertz at -12, right? That means for the editor, the average tone of voice will be at -12, which also means that it's all broadcast safe.
So I get it. Like, it's so as when the Russians are listening in, and they go, fuck, right, that's not half that channel, and then you can start playing porn and shit on it.
It also means that they can adjust, like, so say, you know, they always have the booths of like, okay, this channel's this episode's coming up next, you know, cue play, and they have that countdown clock you sometimes see. Yeah, that's the whole point.
They've seen it for fucking over a decade. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But, before that is the 10-second tone and those bars you see. You know, the
coloured bars.
Yeah. So with that means that the person going there can hear the doop, okay, and they'll set that on their dial to -12. That means so when you're watching TV, it doesn't go from, and now it's time for the 5 o'clock news. You know.
But why would the volume just massively jump like that?
Because people edit it different. Like, you know, I could be sitting here, phones could be turned all the way up, they could turn all the way down, and I'll edit, you know, you really shouldn't. But
so the guy in the in the broadcast.
It's basically just to make like a universal level, so they know, okay, this is the volume it's going to be at for most of the show.
Right, cool. It does make sense.
Yeah. But it's weird because I never then understood why I think they had that tone because it was just something they could broadcast. Because technically they were broadcasting 24/7.
Well, they were broadcasting 24/7, but like
12 hours of it was a girl like this.
Aye. Mm-hmm. You can just imagine fucking aliens show up one day and they show up dressed as that girl and the clown.
We came as someone you would recognise them up.
Every cunt's like, what's that? Fucking 2019.
I just realised that was the voice I just used, but could you imagine if all they saw was like old BBC Scotland? So like, you know, instead of we came as something you recognise the most, it's we came as something you recognise the most.
Jackie Bird.
Alex Salmon.
Aye, but
Andy Murray.
Seeing as how we were talking about Google Stadia and how it's going to be competing alongside the consoles that are coming out, PS5 was announced this week as well. Did you see much about that?
I've heard about it. There was one thing that I've heard, like a rumour, about what one of its features will be, and if it's true, then I agree with it.
What did you hear?
It's a good idea. I heard that they're going to be doing this like selective installment. So what you could do is like I can install a full game, right? And in this full game they could have the single player and the multiplayer and all that, right?
Right.
So to save space on the device, I go, cool, I've played the campaign now, I know the story, so I can uninstall the campaign and just have the multiplayer. I'm like, if that's actually not a bad idea.
I mean, aye. But did you see that fucking, a wee bit of a tangent, the Modern Warfare's going to be 175 gig download?
I heard it was going to be 175 meg download.
No, 175 gig. Gigabytes. Gigabytes. Megabytes. Not the big bytes, the terabytes, but gigabytes, the big bytes.
Isn't that like 1/10 of a terabyte?
Aye. No, 1 gig's a tenth of a terabyte. 175 gig is 17.5% of a terabyte. It's a lot of gigs, man. It's a lot of gigabytes for Modern Warfare. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know why it's so big. I don't even want to talk
Hold
about
on,
it. It
Alexa.
doesn't make any sense.
How many gigabytes are in a terabyte?
There are 1,000 gigabytes in
1,000 gigabytes in a terabyte. 175 gigabytes is 17.5%.
Yeah. It's basically...
Do you not trust my fucking numbers?
No. Oh, what? Why is it so big? That's what she said.
Because it is. And that's what Activision said as well. But aye, earlier this year we unexpectedly got first details on Sony's next generation console plans. Once again, the company had shared more in somewhat unceremonious fashion, confirming the system's name and when it's coming to out. It's officially called PS5, and that its release date.
Oh, what else was it going to be called? PSV?
Its release date will fall somewhere in holiday 2020 period. Well, there's still no word on how what the PS5's price will be. That's horribly worded. Sony did share the first details and new features available on its controller, at least for now. Not yet called the DualShock 5, and more about the disc it uses, ray tracing support, SSD, UI features, and other aspects of the system. So, like, here's a rundown on what the system's got. There's its functions here. PS5 will include a disc drive for physical games and 4K Blu-rays. PS5 discs will have a capacity of 100 gigabyte. So
Wait,
Modern Warfare's not coming out on a PS5 disc then, is it? Oh,
No, do you know what it'll be? It'll be a case of you can buy the game and the rest will be downloaded.
it's ridiculous, but do you know what I mean? They're like 100 gigabyte discs in Modern Warfare's here like that. I'm a fat boy, I'm a thick boy, man, I'm a thick boy. Put me on a disc, brother. Do you know what I mean?
It's like, it's just you just see like PS5, like, you know, Sony going, we would like to put Call of Duty Modern Warfare on the PlayStation 5. I'm sorry, I ate too many chocolates.
some guy in the office would be like that, just put a copy of the fucking Modern Warfare, like a case, on a PlayStation 5, be like that, there you go, Modern Warfare on a PlayStation 5. Or they'd be like that, PlayStation 5s are backwards compatible. How about we put Modern Warfare from the PlayStation 3 onto, do you know what I mean? Just make that downloadable, bump, straight there. Oh man, but aye, that's another thing, it's got to be backwards compatible. Game installation is mandatory, but the console will allow you to just install a multiplayer campaign, for example, or install the entire game and then delete a single player portion once you're done. The controller doesn't have a name yet, but contains an improved speaker, USB-C connection, and larger capacity battery. USB-C is quicker charging, ain't it? That's what the fast chargers use.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's ray tracing acceleration and GPU hardware. I don't know what ray tracing acceleration actually means. The new UI will allow you to see more details on what you can play at any time, as well as more on what your friends are doing. Blue Point Games, the studio behind remakes such as Shadow of the Colossus, Uncharted, is working on a PS5. It says it's a big one. Alright, so they're obviously working on the title that's probably going to be coming out with the PS5.
Do you know what it probably is? I bet it's Shadow of the Nathan Drake.
Shadow of Nathan Drake. Nathan Drake's just a big massive colossus and you're climbing up his penis.
Nah. It's everything you stab at. Ow. 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 Swinging.
You're climbing up the colossus that is Nathan
Drake. Gotta
Drake.
get this guy off.
Well, he's falling out an aeroplane and shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh man. The Uncharted games pretty much is like Nathan Drake falls and then climbs up again.
The Last of Us 2 will come out on PlayStation 5.
Yeah, The Last of Us 2 will be out on PlayStation 5, but it'll be out on PlayStation 4 before that, because it's coming out February next year, ain't it? February or April time, aye.
That's what we're guessing, yeah. You know, there's only one question that I've got about this, and it depends what the price is. Because hold on 2 secs. What are you doing?
I'm just getting the dog. I'm just going to take him down for a pee.
All right, because all I'm hearing is Benji. Benji.
At least when one of your parents interrupts, it says he or she is not topless. That's good.
Good point.
Absolute Scottish. His dad's nipples. He just pure bursts in the room like that. Nipples.
I'm sorry, I
thought.
don't think I wonder if there's like still a clip on the channel of that.
No, I made sure I deleted it, man. It's gone. It's gone.
But is it on YouTube?
No, it's gone. It's gone forever. Never happened. No. What are you talking about? It's a Mandela effect thing, man. It didn't happen. It did not happen. Shut up, Twitch. I know you can check your servers. Don't go back and check your servers for deleted content. It didn't happen, alright?
Yeah, I think.
But if you do, it was an accident. It wasn't your fault. It was fucking absolutely Scottish. His dad's fault. He's an old man. He doesn't know what he was doing. His nipples are out like 45% of the time. Just give him a break.
But I think in terms of because I think you can currently buy a PlayStation with FIFA 20 for about £220, right? Which is fucking good, right? So I'm guessing. Well, hold on. How much was the PlayStation 4 when it was first released? 500.
I got mine's. I don't know when I got mine's actually. I don't think I got mine's as soon as it came out. Probably 350, 400 quid, something like that.
Hold on. PS4 initial price at
launching biscuits. When it launched its biscuits, so it was its price.
Introductory price was $399.99, but that's US dollars.
So it was about 350, 370 quid, something like that.
That's still really good for a new console.
Their Sleep says I paid 350, so 350 sounds about right back then. When did PlayStation 4 release? 2014? 2013?
Yeah, 2014.
Was it 2014? Aye, it's 5 years old this year. Aye, that's right, aye.
How old was the PlayStation 2 before the PlayStation 3 came out?
PlayStation 3 was...
That was 2008, wasn't it?
I think it was earlier than that, 2006. I really
Hold on.
I find it PlayStation 3's launch date.
PS3.
PS3
11th of November 2006.
Aye, there you go, boom. Was fucking right, get it up you. Aye, because I knew that was almost 10 years old when it was gone. But PS3 was fucking the golden age, mate. Like PS3 was the golden age, man. It was so good. So good.
8 years between PS3 and PS4. And now there's 5 years between PS4 and PS5. Like, do you think
there's a lot? There's a lot, man.
Do you think it is just because it's getting more and more?
Aye, it's because everything's quickening up so quick. I mean, like, see when you're sitting playing, we're playing Destiny on PlayStation, right? And when you go and watch, like, see how everybody watches some YouTube videos on the game that they're playing, right? See when you go watch some Destiny content, it's guaranteed to be unlocked frame count. So you're talking 60 frames plus on a PC, where because of the frame rate, the gameplay's different. Do you know what I mean? Like Titans on PC are 175% quicker than Titans on console, because consoles are locked to 30 FPS and Titans at 60 FPS can go 175% quicker, and if you've got more frames, it just means you travel quicker. Do you know what I mean? You can heal more with the frame rate and stuff like that. So I think that's what PlayStation's going to go up to. It's going to come up to 60 FPS and stuff like that. It's going to play more like, it's basically going to be a PC, right? Except none of the PC bullshit. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, you've not got this driver, or you've not got this driver, do you know what I mean? And blah, 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 and all the bullshit that comes with PCs, do you know what I mean? Like, all the mismanagement, all the confusion, it's going to be nice and packaged, do you know what I mean? Dumbed right down so as your fucking 3-year-old can play it, do you know what I mean? That's why people love consoles, do you know what I mean? Like, consoles on, games on, mint it, do you know what I mean? Like, that's why
the only thing that's really missing from
Might cut out. Say again.
The only thing that's really missing from a console these days is keyboard and mouse.
Well, you can play keyboard and mouse on PlayStation with certain games. Just I don't think you can do it with FPS games and stuff. But
Because I'm just
you
looking.
can play
and I'm
games with
just like,
keyboard and mouse. Fuck, you could even do that on PlayStation 3.
mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like that was something you could do on PlayStation 3 as well with certain games.
Do you know? When I was thinking to myself, I thought the PlayStation 5 was going to get released like 800, 850, and it was going to release me onto the next point of like our consoles becoming irrelevant. Do you know what? I'm going to make a bet
They've got to make it. See, like it's got to be within. Like this is the way consoles. This is the frame rate they're sold in. They've got to be sold inside a price bracket that a fucking single mum will fucking buy her kid it for Christmas.
Do you know? I think I know what it's going to be. Right. The PlayStation 5 will be released.
It won't be more than £500. It can't be more than £500 when it came out.
It'll be released with a 2 terabyte internal hard drive.
It's getting an SSD as well.
It's getting an SSD as well, right?
Solid state drive.
All in all, you'll possibly have close to maybe 4 terabytes, right? Which is, even if games are going to be 175 gigabytes, that's
still a thick hard drive, man.
That's a thick boy, right? The discs are going to install the games twice as fast as they did in the PlayStation 4. You're going to get the PlayStation 5 and the controller and the new game for £350.
And it's going to play itself. Fucking excellent.
And it's going to play itself. But this is where I'm coming into it, right?
Do you know, boys, I've played this on Stadia for more than 25 hours. Stadia knows how I play now. I'm watching porn and schooling you at the same time. Ah, yes.
Like, I know it's going to be a case of... Because the problem about me is that I only play PS4 games if I can't be arsed getting out of my bed, right? Or I really want to play a certain game, right? If I'm not, thing's a glorified Netflix machine.
Like, you use console as a relaxing sort of gaming experience.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like,
if I want to do something cool, like, if I want to play with my mates, a PC, just because, this is my.
Do you want me to show you how I play Civ when I'm no streaming?
I know how you play Civ when you're not streaming. You're forgetting of
like this.
Dick out in one hand.
Sharp thunder. Sharp thunder. Playing Civ.
You'll get up to get a can of brew.
Aye. I'm going to do. I'm
I'm
going to act that bit out right now. Sharp thunder. Playing Civ. In fact, need a can of brew. Back 2 seconds.
Do you know? I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually amazed.
Right, what?
I'm amazed you haven't bought a mini fridge.
I did have a mini fridge, but I have also 2 younger brothers, and when I was staying with my younger brother, or when he was staying with me, sorry, when he moved out, he stole my mini fridge, and I've never been able to get it back.
He's gonna get a can of brew. I bet you anything's good. But yeah, I think the PlayStation 5, it's not going to be released over £350. And the reason I'm thinking it's from looking at the deals you're getting right now, you got the PlayStation 4 and FIFA 20, which is the latest FIFA, obviously, for 250, but not even £250. It's like, it's mental. So like, it's getting to the point where, like, depending on how powerful this thing is and how gaming is, will I was generally going to say at the start of the podcast, will consoles become obsolete and everyone has got PCs? Now I'm going to say the opposite. Do you think PCs are going to become obsolete and they've got, told you, calibre, and people should start buying consoles? Because let's be real. I said at the very start of the podcast, I was going to say, do you think consoles are going to become irrelevant and people buy PCs? Right?
Nah, I don't think they will.
No, but I said now I'm saying the opposite. Do you think PCs are going to become irrelevant and people are just going to start buying consoles?
Let's be real. Google Stadia, they're just going to become wee console machines, just wee shit PCs that you just stream everything off of the other thing. Aye, maybe.
Well, the thing is, see, if I didn't have my PC, right? I've got my laptop for everything else I need, my editing software, my moving stuff about. The only thing I genuinely need a PC for is for exporting, big beefy stuff. But I can put a good processor in a laptop now.
Exporting big beefy stuff. Sending dick pics to everybody, man.
Yeah, this is a joke that I keep saying to Vanessa. But see if you say my name, how you would say it in Chinese, it's very close to shredded beef.
My
We found this out.
my name is Shredded Beef. No.
I was tempted to should I just get the shredded beef in Chinese characters tattooed across there. Right, but see if that's the case, right? And it's getting harder and harder to actually justify a PC now. I bought a PC because I was like, oh, music editing and video editing, and I want my own workstation. And I was like,
but you just procrastinate on YouTube. I know, mate. I know.
Whereas my PlayStation 4 is a glorified Netflix machine. That's what it is. I can't lie. You can go you can go on the internet with that thing,
watching Netflix, and it's.
My one hasn't started taking off yet. So.
Is it no? No.
But how long is it going to be before, PlayStation 6 goes, we're powerful enough for you guys to run Adobe. You can run Photoshop off us. Do you know what? See that USB drive? Why don't you actually put an SD card in there? You can export your footage. Plug in your keyboard and mouse. Why don't you just export and upload?
Brings up the PC master race, and it just popped in my head. There is, my computer is more expensive than yours, not to mention bigger. PC master race.
I'm looking at my PC, right? And now I'm looking at it going, what can you do that can't?
The answer's like a million things. Do you know what I mean? It's like even something as simple as loading web pages and loading shit. Do you know what I mean? PlayStation takes ages to load shit. PC's
Chrome on?
PC's pure snappy, man. PCs are better than consoles, but they're not as easy to use. They're not as easily replaced. Do you know what I mean? It's like when your PC breaks, you go, don't want to buy just a new one. Whereas your console breaks, you go, I'm going to get a fucking second-hand line. Fuck it. Do you know what I mean? Your PC breaks, you're talking £100 or something to try and fix it. Fucking, do you know what I mean? Fix the part that broke.
I know I've been thinking about, starting to buy new parts for my PC. But what big parts of it, what? We've got the i9 processor now.
The i9 processor, apparently that's having major problems. Apparently if your PC's not in a freezer, it's going to melt your fucking. Do you know what I mean? Apparently, I've read quite a lot about the i9, because I've got quite a bit of money saved up and I want to buy a second PC, but that's what I want to put in it. But I don't want to fucking spend the money in a pure massive cooling system that I know is going to be the thing that goes wrong. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather just get something that runs nice and easy and is good. Do you know what I mean? An i9's no needed. It's a graphics card I need. My PC'd be fucking golden. But there's a lot of things I don't know about my PC as well. I didn't know how easy it was to find the drivers and that with the NVIDIA GeForce. I hadn't had that downloaded because, see, for somebody with anxiety, see when it's looking at shit like that, you're like, oh man, do you know what? I'll deal with the lag in the game rather than fucking having to spend fucking 2 hours or something trying to track down the right driver and uninstalling and reinstalling and all that shit. Do you know what I mean? I want to just sit and play Civ right now.
I'm not gonna lie, my thing is
if it isn't the bumfuck twins. Do you want to take this or will I? Oh, hold on, Dad's showing up.
You can take it.
Dad showed up. He's just looking at him dead in the eyes.
2 pints, prick.
Cheers, Dad. We'll set him on you if you keep up your shit, Madcap. Right, it's happening, son. How are you doing? We're after 10 o'clock anyway. We've still got we've got one more subject that I want to talk about that's not the PS5, and that's the new XCOM game that's coming out. The new is for the people who made XCOM Long War mod. And if anybody who plays XCOM knows the Long War mod, because that's the mod you played XCOM fucking with. You know what I mean? You had the Long War and it made the game so much better. And these guys are bringing out their own game called Terra Invicta. Terra Invicta is Latin for... when I typed it into Google as a full thing, it came up saying, what was it? Where is it? It came up saying it meant resiliency. But Google Translate says Terra Invicta translates to the resiliency, right? Okay, but I know Terra means Earth in Latin. It's a reference to our planet, and Invicta means undefeated or unconquered. So the game's pretty much called Earth Undefeated or Earth Unconquered. But it looks pretty cool. It's for those guys who made Long War mod, so they kind of know what they're doing. But this was announced 4 years ago, and this is the trailer just coming out. So take that into account as well, and we'll have a wee swatch at this trailer, right? While folk in chat decide if they want to play Jackbox for an hour. I have got fucking a Civ game that I really want to go play, and Destiny 2 that I really want to go play. But I will play Jackbox for a giggle if there's people to play it, because we've not done it in ages. Let's play Jackbox.
Earth's governments as it builds an invasion fleet. A UFO crashes.
Are we supposed to be watching a trailer right now?
Scientists find
we
evidence
watch
that
the
an
trailer?
alien life form has escaped into the wilderness. World leaders gather to determine Earth's
Oh shit,
response to
that's
this
not on the
event.
trailer. I done it again.
Proves impossible.
I'm like, can we watch the trailer? Well, put the fucking trailer on. Oh, sorry. Right, okay. Like that. Well done, Trust, you fucking twat.
We're on week 72. Just saying.
A hostile alien force arrives in the outer solar system, sending infiltrators to subvert Earth's governments as it builds an invasion fleet. A UFO crashes to Earth. Scientists find evidence that an alien life form has escaped into the wilderness. World leaders gather to determine Earth's response to this momentous event. But consensus proves impossible, and rival human factions arise from the conflict, each with their own agenda. As commander of the Resistance, you must recruit a council of leaders dedicated to protecting humanity from the looming alien threat. Your council of political and media figures, scientists, tycoons, military commanders, and covert operatives will undertake critical missions to draw Earth's nations to your cause and advance your faction's goals. Councillors must
The scope
contend
of
with
this game
shifting
is
political
incredible,
conditions
man.
to secure alliances and employ both warfare and subterfuge to safeguard humanity as it moves into space. For victory will not be on Earth alone.
You can fire nukes at cunts. Yes.
Explore a detailed
I think that's
model
quite
of the
funny
solar
because that was
system's
North
planets,
Korea firing a
moons,
nuke.
and asteroids.
Was it
And
actual?
compete with other
Aye.
factions to
Look,
harness the resources
I'll
of
go
these
back to it really
worlds.
quick so as you can see just the.
And compete with not be on Earth alone.
Oh, fucking hell, so close.
Explore a
Whoopsie.
detailed model of the solar system's planets, moons, and asteroids, and compete with
Maybe it
other
wasn't
factions
actually.
to
Maybe it
harness the
wasn't. Hold on.
resources of
Not wasn't.
these and
I
asteroids.
think it was Cambodia.
Explore
I guess
Imagine
here's Korea and that up here.
No, it's not, is it?
Aye.
Wait, hold on. Zoom into the map.
a
No,
detailed
that's
model
America.
That's North America. Aye.
of the solar
That's
Twats.
system's
Florida. They just
planets,
launched that
moons,
from
and
fucking
asteroids.
Florida.
And
America
compete with
fired
other
at America.
factions to harness the resources of these worlds, with the ultimate
fuck,
goal
so they did.
of constructing a fleet to defeat the alien
But I
invaders.
look fucking.
The
You
resources
can
of these
look at the shit that you had on Earth, right? You could actually choose shit on Earth, and then you zoom out and you can choose like what planet to go to. It's got its own colonies and its own mines, and you can put spacecraft on about
with
it,
the ultimate
and
goal
set
of
traps for
constructing a
the
fleet
aliens,
to
and
defeat the
oh
alien
man, it's
invaders.
fucking amazing.
Establish mining outposts.
Looks like
to
you'd play
extract the raw
1,000 hours
materials
not
your
sleeping,
forces
be
will
like, ah, what are
require.
you talking about? Where did the past year go?
Build and upgrade space stations to develop new technologies and expand your industrial capacity.
Do you know the thing I really like about it is the bit coming up in the
Defend
trailer
your
as well.
assets while deploying your fleet to combat
Like,
both
this
hostile
bit,
human factions.
You're having to
and
build the
alien
ships,
forces.
and you build them like you've got different modules. See the way like modules you would launch into
Command
space,
warships in
and look,
battles
it actually
where
looks like
momentum
something
and
we would
maneuver are
feasibly
keys to
create if
victory.
an alien race actually fucking attacked us
And
right now.
preserve the
The big
independence
solar
of
panels on the back,
humankind.
it just looks like the fucking ISS has been fucking workshopped into a fucking battleship.
Will we get space battles though?
Aye, there's space battles, that's what it's just got to show you. Like, but the spaceships look cool because they do look like something we would build right now and just send up in modules and shit. Let's not go into the fact that space battles being fought at like orbital speeds
Terra Invicta,
and cunts just
a grand
swimming
strategy
by each other
alien
pure slowly.
invasion game.
Because like I watch a channel on YouTube, a guy called Isaac Arthur, and he says there's no such thing as an unarmed space vehicle, and he's so fucking right. And what he means there's no such thing as an unarmed space vehicle is you're travelling at fucking thousands of miles an hour. All you have to do is unclip a part of the ship and decelerate a wee bit while that fucking. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like. It's really cool. It looks really good. Why the fuck is Madcap lagging? Madcap, you're always lagging. You're in the
It says I never answered the question. What was who asked it?
Yaldi, are you gonna show up? Show us the video then. I know, sorry. Yeah, I know, right.
Oh, it sleeps. Lions table is weekly. D&Z sessions are every Thursday at 8:45.
How long usually he's playing the sessions for each time?
We play for 90 minutes, take a 10-minute break, play for another 90 minutes. So
Ooh,
about
interesting.
about 3 hours.
That's quite good.
Mm-hmm.
What video? The video was up, Yaldi, right? It was on screen, right? Everybody else seen it. Shh.
But it's not the only thing we're going to be doing on Lions Table. We're playing some games like Talisman. We'll get some Warhammer videos up there. Might even fucking play Monopoly. Why not?
Aye, and like I'd like to get involved in something as well. Like if there's space for an extra person, or these are doing something else, doing another group or something like Warhammer or some shit. I want involved. But aye,
Okay, cool.
It's quite good channel, man. Anything else that you want to tell us about Lions Table? Like,
go follow. Do you want to have a link to the channel?
Like, tell us a wee bit of these. Is it a new story you are doing every week, or is it a continuation? You are just
We're doing continuous campaign. Right now we're running through Lost Mines.
Yeah,
And then we'll be doing.
You might cut out there. Start again.
Oh, we'll be doing the Lost Mines of Fandelver. That's the starter set campaign. That's because we're playing with 3 new players and 1 experienced player and 1 new DM. Then we're going to be doing Dragon of Icespire Peak. And then we'll either be doing Curse of Strahd, Baldur's Gate, or possibly... Oh, what's the new one? It's based in Eberron. It depends what we feel like. Who knows? We might even fucking play two. We have got an idea for Game Blast next year. Well, we'll do 3 one-off sessions with the Stranger Things campaign. So, of course, we'll get the Demogorgon coming in.
I can get a shot of my mate's bike table, and we could do that in my house if you want it, and get everybody.
I would love to do a face to face, but the problem is that the main players right now, which is Yaldi, Vanessa, Kelly, and Xaviera, Yaldi, Vanessa, and Kelly, they're easy enough to get in. Xaviera lives in Sweden.
No, we could do that. We could do that daft thing that they do in the comedy shows. Do you know what I mean? Like they done in Big Bang Theory. You could put a webcam on top of a TV and have Vanessa.
We probably would.
Have Xaviera's face on the TV with the webcam looking down and shit.
Pretty
and
cool,
just pretend it's Xaviera. Do you know what I mean? Like she's here. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it would be pretty cool. But right now we're just doing it as the way we're doing it right now. Sometimes during the week we'll play Talisman as well. So
the Lions table in chat. Hiya. Get it followed. But aye, we're going to bail and go play some Jackbox. So stick around and we'll be back for Jackbox in about 5 minutes time. Probably less than that. The game will start in 5 minutes. I'll take the stream down, change the title, bring it back up, and then we're playing Jackbox. But yeah. And Fortnite's got a black hole in it as well, so as we can put Fortnite in the title, right? See you all next week. Thanks for joining us, Viper.
bye. I'm going to put my glasses on.
Yeah, we'll build this network on Scots with soul. We'll build this network Scots and soul. Build this network on Scots with soul. Is your stream supposed to be ending? What'd you do? It's like... End the fucking stream.